Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kate and I am glad that you're here. Today I will talk briefly about the reading that I did this past week. I had a much better reading week this last week than I have, feels like the whole month of October. So we'll see if we can maintain that momentum. The kind of big possible impending change in my family that may or may not be happening, we should have if not an answer, at least we should be much closer to an answer by the end of next week. So hopefully all that is coming to an end or just beginning. I don't know, we'll find out. So anyways, I finished 3 books this week, which was amazing. I was not expecting to finish that many books. So here we go. I read first, I guess, almost as a buddy read with my husband. This is Dear Ijeawele, A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions. My husband is married to me and then he has 2 daughters, and so learning more about feminism and kind of the struggles that women are faced with on a daily basis is something that's important to him, and it's important to me that he understands. So we read this together, and I guess I enjoyed this book. I had read the other one by Adichie that's similar last year. Oh, We Should All Be Feminists. I read that one last year, and I may actually have preferred the other, but I think this was great as an introduction for my husband, who is a very, he's a white man who has feminist sympathies, but has never delved into that in any meaningful way before. So this was a great introduction to that, and we will be moving on from here. So that was good. And then I read a book that I loved. This is The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan, and I loved it. So this is a story of a man who collects lost things, and it's about kind of returning those things to their owners. It's about the things themselves and the owners. There are 2 main storylines that timelines and sets of characters that are the primary storylines in the book. One follows the woman who is taking care of these things and trying to reunite them with their owners in the kind of the present day. And then the other one takes place a few years back, and it follows a woman named Eunice and her employer named Bomber, and there seems to be very little overlap in the 2 storylines, and I wasn't sure how they were related until the very end, which isn't my favorite plot device, but the story was so lovely and it wrapped up so nicely that that I can highly recommend this book if you're looking for something cozy and heartwarming, but not really fluffy. It felt there was some there was some darkness in this book, so it wasn't like the next book that I'm going to talk about, which was just light all the way. There was a little bit of darkness, but in the end it was a very feel-good, warm, great story, and I can definitely recommend it if that's what you're looking for. And then finally I read a holiday romance called The Hygge Holiday by Rosie Blake, and this is about Clara, who is Danish, and she is kind of backpacking through the UK and ends up kind of adopting a toy shop, house sitting for a toy shop owner and managing the toy shop. And it's about how she is able to revitalize this toy shop and the larger town itself, and then of course the relationships that she forges as she's doing so. It was exactly what it says on the tin. It was a holiday romance. It was a very cozy. If you are looking for something that is subtle, this is not it, but I like for my holiday romance stories to be very blatant in their coziness and their holidayness. So that was okay for me. So if that's what you're looking for, this is also a great book. Those are all the books that I read, or that I finished. And then I've also been at night continuing to read The Shadow of the Wind by Ruiz Zafon. I realize that I'm loving this book, but I don't want to read it when my kids are awake, because it's too beautiful, and if they're awake, I will miss the prose, and I will miss some of the things that are happening. So I can only read it at night, which is why it's not going very fast. But I am definitely enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the time each night that I can spend with it. So it might take me a couple more weeks to finish it, but I'm enjoying it. So those are the books that I was reading this week. I really enjoyed my reading week last week. I hope that you enjoyed your reading last week as well. If you've read any of these books, or if you want to talk about them, I would love to do so down in the comments down below. And I will see you later. Bye.